We're rolling. We're rolling. All right. Welcome back. Wait a minute. Okay. Now we're ready. Welcome back, Saints. Another week here on this here podcast of mine. Girl, we need to talk. This is week 4? 4? I think this is week 4. I'm all by myself today. There's no one behind the camera. So if it looks janky or something, it's because there's no one back there to tell me that it doesn't. But I did check, so we should be good. This episode is late. It is Sunday right now. I am recording. It looks like 6:30, I think that it says, but I cannot see from here. This should have come out on Friday. I should have recorded last Sunday. I did not do the things. To be fair, last Sunday I was not here. So I did mention last week that, was that last week? Week before last? That this episode would be from my Airbnb in North Carolina. That was a lie. I'm a liar. I lied. Not on purpose. My plan was to record at my B&B, but the weekend was so crazy, I just didn't get a chance to. So for those of you who are a little late to the party, either you're new here or you just have not heard me say this, I do produce the Late Night with Lauren Lionel podcast. We are currently on tour right now. So we are traveling. Our first show was in North Carolina, Charlotte, last weekend. It was a blast. But the show was on Sunday. So I had to take my things on the road and record there. But I just didn't do it because there was a lot going on. I hosted the show for the first time ever. They didn't tell me until 2-3 hours before I was supposed to host that I was needed to host. But I pulled it off. It was so fun. Everybody was so nice to me in the crowd. No one threw anything at me. No one told me to get off stage or called me fat ass. I don't know. I don't know why they would call me that, but I'm just saying. It was a good time. I would love to do it again. I enjoyed myself. Everyone seemed to love me up there. Princess is going AWOL, apparently. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it was a good time. So the show was Sunday. I got there. I flew out of Philly 5 a.m. on Friday. I got to Charlotte at 7:30 that same morning. Couldn't get into my Airbnb until about 3. So I just roamed that godforsaken city for that amount of time. I went to a brunch place, Vicious Biscuits. It was okay. For a place named after the biscuit was okay. The drinks were great. I had a mimosa and a Vimosa. This dog is crunching on carrots. Couldn't pick a worse time to do this. I gave her this carrot 30 minutes ago and now she wants to eat it. So if you hear crunching, it's Princess eating a fucking carrot because apparently this is what she needs to do right now. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I did that, checked into my B&B, got settled and everything. I met all of my friends from the Discord. It was so great. Shout out to everyone from the Discord because y'all show up and show out. Showed up and showed out, but y'all always show up and show out for me. Anytime I need you, especially if you think that I'm stressed and there's someone I need you to beat up. But yeah, it was a blast. Special shout out to Cassie and La Highness and Dwayne because they held me down all weekend. My Shauna Bonner was there. She also held me down this weekend. I can't believe this dog is doing this right now. Can you get in your bed? Yeah. Could you get in the bed, please? Your own bed? Get in your own bed? Get in your own bed. For fuck's sake. Thank you. Yeah, so we basically spent the whole weekend together. It was great. Friday we had a navy green, like a little private navy green set. Shout out to Navy Green. Lionel and Dave killed it. I would say I'm now allegedly, I may have gotten a little inebriated at this party. And maybe I did say some nice things to some people. I don't really remember. And it doesn't really sound like me because I'm a nice person. But it was a blast. I went to the Hornets game. Could have mistaken it for a Harlem Globetrotters game. It really was not interesting at all. But there's that. The seats were pretty good though. We got the seats on Tick Pick, maybe. I think we got them on Tick Pick or Game Time. We got them on Game Time. And they were like pretty good seats. We paid like $100 for them, but it was like really pretty good seats. That was Friday. Saturday we did brunch. Brunch was good on Saturday. We ate at Toastery. I just had the name of this place. Toastery. French Toastery. Something Toastery in Charlotte. I don't know. It was good though. Saturday's evening event, we went bowling. That was okay. I thought I could bowl. I don't know. You know what? It's also hard to bowl with these. Okay. Back in the day when you didn't have nails, I could pick up a damn bowling ball, but I was not willing to break my nails that I did at 3 a.m. before the flight. So I didn't do that great. Dwayne, abnormally good. I will never in my life ever go bowling with that human being again, because who gets that many strikes? It's unnecessary and you're a show off. But I'm just gonna leave it right there. After that, I don't remember what we did after that. Went back to someone's house, I believe. I don't know. Show was Sunday. Show was great. The theme was send nudes, which I thought of. Everyone showed up in their brown and their cream and their buff, and it was a wonderful black ass time. And then I went home and I went to bed. There was an after party, but to know me is to know that I don't really care for the after parties that much. By the time I'm done working the whole thing, I am beat down like a slave. I can't do it. Factoring in the fact that my stomach was killing me. Excuse me. My stomach was killing me. I had not eaten since that morning at brunch. I was running off of Good Looks, Tits, and Tequila. That's the name of this episode. Good Looks, Tits, and Tequila. Yeah, I couldn't do it. It looked like everybody had a good time, but I stayed in my bed. I was like knocked out. Also, my flight was at 7 a.m. So like, I'm not going to get up and do it. But that's the reason why I didn't get a chance to record. So that's just kind of what's been happening with me. Also, there's a team of us, maybe 4 or 5 of us, maybe like 20 people in the Discord, a fuck ton of people at the show. And guess who came back sick as fuck? Me. And I do mean sick as fuck. Like, I am holding it together to even do this right now because I am congested. I've been coughing. I've just been drinking tea. Like, I have no energy. My body is has taken a turn, just left the building. So it is taking everything in me to record this episode, but I know I need to do it. So if I cough or sneeze or something like that, don't judge me. I am sick as shit. But this needs to come out because I feel bad. I made y'all wait long enough. Excuse me. And some other disappointing fucking news. The Ravens just played the Chiefs for the Super Bowl, and we did not win. And yes, I'm from Philly, but I'm a Ravens fan. My family is from Baltimore. My uncle played for the Ravens. And yeah, I don't even know the final score because I had to turn the game off. I can't even talk about it. I'm so freaking annoyed and upset. But I was like, you know what? This episode will either be really exciting because we will be on our way to the Super Bowl and I will wear my Ravens jacket, or I'm going to be so upset and so depressed that I cannot even. So here we are. There was something else that I wanted to talk about or catch up on, but now, of course, it escapes me. It was something about New York, though. New York. I did not go to New York. It was something about North Carolina, and now I cannot remember. Oh, meeting new people, right? Let's talk about that. So, okay. Again, whole Discord full of people. We talk every single day, all day. You talk to people all day. Y'all don't get offended by this if I say something that y'all know my heart. Y'all know that sometimes I just a little rough around the edges and I don't feel good. We are in this Discord all day long. Literally, we wake up. Some of us wake up at like 6:30. Usually I do. Excuse me. Some of us wake up, later than that. We say good morning in the morning, good night when it's time to go to bed. We watch movies, we play games, we do all the things. We've been planning this trip for months, obviously. We made all these plans to get together, meet each other and everything. And you talk to these people all day. And then you meet them. And it's so weird because it's your first time seeing these people in person, right? But because we've been talking for so long, it feels like you've known these people forever. Excuse me. It's so weird. So there's some people that I don't talk to as often as others, only because there's a core group of Discord supporters that have been in the Discord since we started it back up, which was August, maybe. Yeah, it was sometime in August we started back up, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all can tell me in the comments because y'all be watching. And so there's a core group of people who have been there since then. Talk to them all day, every day. Those my people. There were some new people who came a little bit after, but still everyone was so nice and I don't know, we just meshed and fit so well together. And then there's some people that you talk to every day. So I don't really get nervous to meet people. Now, people are nervous to meet me. I don't understand why. Nay. But there was someone else who said that. Oh, Dwayne, but that's totally different. I thought there was someone else, but I can't remember right now. But people are nervous to meet me, or they meet us, and I don't understand why, because I keep telling y'all we are regular people just like y'all. But no one was nervous, to my knowledge. Nobody was nervous. I showed up to bowling because I didn't see a lot of them until bowling. So I got to bowling, and you could tell some people didn't really, greet me as fast as everybody else did. But it's interesting to talk to people all day long. You know what they look like, you see them on camera and everything like that, and you catch their energy and everything. But once you get in the same space, it's something totally different. So the whole weekend was just me kind of being not in awe, but almost in awe of them or you guys, because y'all be watching. Just the group in general. There's not a mean person in the group except for me. Everybody was so nice and generous, and people are buying people drinks and food. It was just such a good black ass time. There was only one person that I was not nervous, but a little antsy to meet. But that's a totally different situation. Outside of that though, I don't know, it was so fun. So I left, and I think that we have gotten close to a point where we now get on each other's nerves. So someone can say something or do something or whatever, and immediately it's okay, I cannot talk to you anymore because you're starting to get on my nerves. Or at least the group of us who talk all day, that core group. But once we got together, it just seemed like a family reunion, which is crazy because we do not know each other. And I have to keep reminding them of that sometimes. Because sometimes somebody will make a joke or they'll make a statement or something like that might hurt someone else or offend someone, or they might start arguing or bickering or something it just might, the vibes just might be off. It could be tension growing. And then sometimes I'll have to be hey, we don't know each other. This is just a Discord. So you got to watch what you say. You have to watch your tone. You have to watch your body language, all that stuff. You have to be careful of that because we don't know each other for real, for real. We can only go off of what we, see or feel through the chat. But when we got together, everyone is hugging all over each other, sitting all on each other, they kissing all over each other, not like kissing, like not like French kissing, like American kissing, just like that. And it was just, I don't know, it was so I am tired of fucking coughing. It was so nice. And I think we have created a space where excuse me. Oh my God. Last week I said not to cough into your, let me do this. But my arms are out. So still, sorry. I'm the only person in this room though, so I can cough. But I think we've created a space where people, some of the weirdest fucking people, can come together and just be themselves. No judgment zone. Sometimes we judge, but like in a joking way. There are stories that people have told in this group where it's like, you didn't have to tell us that, sis. You should have kept that to yourself. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean you didn't notice that? And y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's things like that where it's like we have genuine conversations now. Some of us have had incredibly intimate moments with each other. I've had shared some intimate moments with some people in there where I'm like doing things and stressed out about stuff that I never thought I would be telling people in a Discord group. But we've kind of made this community where everybody's family, where it's like, you don't like this person, I don't like this person. We fighting, you fighting, I'm fighting. Like, it was just, I don't know how to describe it. It was just a great feeling to go into a space where everybody was just calm. There was no malice. There was no negative energy. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was doing anything. We just were happy and drunk and just all over each other. And it was fun. I did not join this Discord, or not join because I work for the team, but I did not intend for this Discord to like create friendships. But I have friends in this Discord now, or outside of this Discord now. There are like people that I am texting on my personal phone. We are on FaceTime all day long. I'm like building relationships with some people in this Discord. And I am not someone who likes people. And I don't mean that in the sense of like girls be like, I don't really like people like that. Like, I genuinely do not like people, any of you at all. I don't want to be touched. I say this all the time. I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to be touched. I just find interactions to be exhausting sometimes. And I think that at some point you're going to do something to irritate me. So let's just not do anything to irritate me at all in general. But it feels good to like, to like have a little group of friends. It's so cute. And then when you see some of them together, like they've built their own cliques and their own group of friendships. So they have like little nicknames for each other, and they live in the same space and they meet up, or, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. It's so, I don't know. It's just very positive feeling. So it kind of, this past weekend, last weekend, Jesus Christ, it kind of changed my mindset a little bit, and my view on relationships and like meeting people. Because again, I don't go out of my way to meet nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to meet nobody. I don't want nobody to look at me. Don't breathe near me. Don't touch me. Don't do anything in my space, my general area. I don't want you to do it. I'm not interested. But now I'm like, well, damn, where else can I meet a friend? Like, I could go to the coffee shop. My coffee shop is Starbucks. But like, I could go anywhere and like meet a friend. Now I'm like going out of my way, and I'm good for also meeting someone once or having a encounter with someone once. This dog is falling asleep with her head on the floor. Meeting someone like once or twice or something. We have a really great time. In my head, I think they're a great person. Like, I really hit off with them. I like this person. Like, we can link. I don't do shit with it. I just let them just go live their lives. I don't go out of my way to see them again, text them, tell them I had a great time. Nothing. I do nothing because I'm weird. This time, on my way home, so I flew out of Charlotte. I have to sneeze. I flew out of Charlotte on Monday morning, and I talked to my group of people in the airport. Text them on the flight. They said, have a great flight. Let us know when you land. Cool. Landed immediately. Was on the phone. And we have been on the phone up until I started recording this podcast. So we've been kind of having the conversations. I am intentionally having the conversations about, like, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? You should come up here. What are you doing for this day? You should come up here. We have a show in Philly. Y'all should come up for the show in Philly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm intentionally going out of my way now to foster these relationships, these friendships that I created, and do things that I would not ordinarily do, because this is the year of the yes. Call back to the first episode. If you didn't see it, then you could go back at the end of this. Okay. So I'm doing things that I would not. I'm sorry for smacking in this mic like that. That was egregious. I'm doing things that I wouldn't usually do. I am trying to show to the group of people that I now care about that I do care. Even though we don't live in the same space, there's no reason why we cannot see each other. But be it on the phone, talking, on FaceTime, doing a group activity of some sort, virtual dating, you know what I mean? Like, anything in that realm of, possibilities. Making a plan, for my birthday. I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing X, Y, and Z. Would y'all be interested in coming along? Ideally, that's not really my bag. I don't really do that. I might do something like always with my mom, do something with my family, and then like one friend. Hey, I gotta spit this gum out. Doing something with my one friend that I do have here. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't really worry about doing anything else. So I think all of this is to say, I am trying to keep in mind the things that I said to you, like in this first episode, which was a little bit of manifestation and goal setting, right? Say yes to things you wouldn't say yes to. Someone asked me to go on a someone asked me to go on a virtual, like a date. Like, I said that for a reason. Like, that actually had come up in conversation. Meaning we're on a date, but on the camera, like on the phone or like FaceTime or something. And I was like, okay, sure. Had you asked me this last year? No. Cause like, what? Why do we have to do this? And I think that the idea is very, 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 very cute. I'm excited to do it. One, for the idea of the date itself, but also, like the person. I'm excited to see how that goes. But this is very much not something that I would usually do. Because now, what I'm supposed to say to you on this, like, we supposed to talk. This is why I don't go on dates, because am I supposed to talk to you like normal? We'll talk about that later. That's totally irrelevant. But that's not something I would usually do. But I intentionally said, you know what? Because of how uncomfortable I felt when I was asked the question, I was like, okay, this is something you need to say yes to, because it rattled me and unsettled my spirit in such a way that I was like, you need to say yes to this, because we are saying yes to things that make us feel a little bit disheveled. That's the point of this year. We're trying new things, doing new stuff. Hence me getting on stage and hosting a show that ordinarily I would have never thought to do, because I was not a host. Now I'm a host, winking a gun. Yes. So I think I'm kind of excited because I'm doing things that I am acting on, doing things that I would not usually do. I have said this plenty of time before. Like this year, I'm gonna start doing stuff. I'm gonna start saying yes to stuff. I'm going on dates. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And then when someone asks me something, I'm like, no, no, thank you. Thank you for your consideration. Bye bye. No, I'm not interested. But I'm doing a good job right now, I think, of like doing the weird stuff. And it feels great. So I implore you all, because some of y'all were hitting me up on Instagram saying that y'all liked the idea. You liked, that this was going to be the year that we do stuff together. And if you lie and say you didn't, I have my Instagram DMs. I will put your message up right here. But in the next video, if you don't agree with me on this one, put it in the comments that you agree this is the year of the yes. Thank you. So I think I'm doing a great job so far. So make sure you're doing that. Like, as unsettled and nervous as I am to be doing stuff, it feels good. Like, I feel good about the stuff that I like have, coming up. I'm working on something with Lionel that, again, ordinarily probably wouldn't do it. And it's not too far off from this, but it's a little different. And I just hit him up, yesterday, I think maybe, and was like, hey, we kind of slacked on this. We had the show coming up. Let's pick back up on this and try to figure something out. I'm just trying to be very intentional. And that's our word of 2024. One of our words, 2024, intentional. Leading into that, I also kind of want to touch base on being intentional with the energy that you keep in your space. And when I say that, I mean like the people. So I had been, caught up in a little situation that I actually a little bit talked about last week about, me and my friend were having a little bit of like a growing pain, sort of. And I was concerned because I was like, damn, I don't want to lose my friend over this. Like, their friend is kind of being a little crazy. And the situation kind of, I'm not going to say resolved itself completely, but I think that the opposite party took the steps to what I'm going to receive as extending an olive branch. And we kind of agreed to let old things, kind of die down. If there were some ill intentions or anything was intentional or not intentional, let's just leave it where it is. Apologies were said, hugs were given and everything like that. And I think, though, a deep part of me felt and feels like something is still a little afoot with the original situation. I'm trying to protect my peace, and I do not want to intentionally have, I don't want to say beef, but because it was never that, but I don't want to intentionally harbor any ill feelings towards anybody if I don't need to. And I don't think I need to. And I don't think that the other party feels like they need to either. So it's hard, right? Because you go however long you've gone feeling like whatever you're feeling inside is what you feel. That's what you know. You're entitled to it. It's how you've been feeling. This is what is comfortable to you. So it's uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable now to alter that, to now not be nice to this person, but accept that the relationship with this person is about to change. So right now I'm in a space where I'm trying to actually do this tonight. I'm trying to be intentional about extending an olive branch myself. So I'm, just something small, hey, let's go grab drinks. Let's go have dinner. But doing that with this person saves me a shit ton of a headache, because it's stressful to be around someone and the energy in the room when everybody else is great except this one person. Even though there's 20 people in the room, when the energy is negative, it overpowers everything else. I can't focus on anything else going on in the room because you sitting over here, and I can feel the tension and just the, like, you know what I mean? Just the energy that we are either exchanging or not exchanging. And I'm kind of overdoing that. So I'm trying to, a part of my year of saying yes to things and doing things that I'm not comfortable with is this. Because usually it's very much, if you don't like me, you don't gotta like me. I don't really give a damn. That's not my problem. And that's not necessarily like the healthiest way to go about life. Now I stick to what I said last week about if someone is constantly overstepping a boundary, that's totally different. I'm not saying let somebody walk all over your ass. I am saying if someone takes the time to say, hey, this, what we got going on no longer serves me in a way that I don't feel a need for us to have this bad blood between us. Let's make some shake. Let's fix it a little bit. Do it. Unless you feel like you have actually 100%, 1,000% completely and utterly been wronged and there is no way out, do it. This is me now talking to myself in this situation. I'm thinking, what do I have to lose from being nice to this person? What do I have to lose from accepting this apology, be the intentions 100% pure or not? I don't really care. Because if there was more, I don't really care. What do I have to lose? Nothing. Like, we are either going to bury the old stuff and move on, or we're not. The fact that you came to me and said something means something somewhere in you is also kind of tired of the bullshit. So am I. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it pushing. It's not that serious. In this situation, at least in my own personal situation, it's not that freaking serious. Build a bridge and get over it. So that's what I'm doing. Excuse me. That is what I'm doing. And I am anxious because you always wonder, what if I make this one positive move and then this person doesn't reciprocate that energy? That could be with anything though, right? But what do I do then? Like, now I'm be pissed off because I'm sitting across from you at the table and I'm being nice to you and you're being an asshole. Or you're being nice to me here and then I find out that you were an asshole later. At what point, what do you do? That has nothing to do with you. How they act has nothing to do with you or me. I'm still going to do the same thing. So once I realized that I have nothing to I have nothing to lose from fixing this relationship, the only thing to do is do it. Like, you mean, fix it. So that's what I am in the process of doing. I think we are in the process of doing, me and this person. Yeah, I think, well, it's what we're in the process of doing. And I think anyone who is thinking about doing something like that, you should do it. Even though you're not going to be comfortable the very first time you have this conversation or do whatever. And we kind of talked about this in the discourse. Someone had asked a question about, even though whatever, how do you deal with like a friendship breakup or something like that? And people were giving out experiences and advice on, talk to someone. And I'm not saying that this was a friendship breakup and then we got it, because it wasn't that. I'm just saying in general, the advice was, talk to the person. If it's really that bad, then leave. Did you do anything? Like, they were giving good advice. They were asking great questions. And I think this is kind of the same thing. If it's, I just lost my whole train of thought. Damn. If it is, you don't have anything to lose from it. Damn, y'all. That's crazy. what was I saying? We were in the Discord talking about it. I don't remember what my main point was there. I think it was more, if you don't have anything to lose, why not do it? If it's not going to hurt you, why not do it? And if it's going to make, in the end, if you feel like it's going to benefit you, just do it. Just squash the drama. Because, like, we are too old. I am pushing 30. I'm 30, basically, which is young. And I'm just kind of over the back and forth and all that kind of stuff. Like, I want anyone around me, whether you're my friend or not, if you are friends with one of my friends or in this situation, if we are all in the same space, doing anything together, if we're going to be in the same space, I want you to win because I want to win. Like, if we all got the same goal in mind, I want something good for you because we're here working together. So long as you good, I'm good. If I'm good, you good. If the energy or the balance is off in any sort of way, it kind of like fucks up our chances of being great, especially when it's two women or, you know what I mean? Like anything like that. Like I think it's pointless. So I'm excited to see. Excited is a weird word, but I am interested to see where this kind of goes, because I think it is one of the few places where I felt unsteadiness and uncertainty within myself. And now that is no longer a problem, I can feel like after that, when, everything was squashed and said and done, I could feel the weight lifted off of me. And immediately I was like, something great is about to happen. Like something is going to pop off. The reward for handling this situation is going to be great. So that's exciting, I think. So, that's just my personal experience. Again, everyone doesn't have the same, you may not have a problem with nobody at all. And if you think you don't have a problem with nobody at all, that means that you're probably the problem, because everyone has a problem with someone. So you might want to check yourself. But everyone has something, you know what I mean? So whatever that something or someone is, fix it. Whatever the beef is, grill it up and eat it. It's 2024. We are trying to get to the bag, and we're trying to keep our skin clear and have our hair long and our money longer. Yeah. Hair long and money longer, and our nails long. So you can't do that when you are being a negative Nancy, or when you're worried about negative Nancy, and you could just be the bigger person and squash the problem. It's not that serious. So I just want you to keep that in mind as you go forth in your year, but for now, one day at a time, as you go forth in your week. Let's keep that with you. I'm trying to think of so that we're putting a period there. That's the end of that. Unrelated. We briefly touched on this before. I need something to call y'all. Like the girl we need to talk. I don't want to call y'all the girlies. That would be so cute. But there are men who watch this show. Girl we need to talk. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know what to call y'all. So in the comments, and I think I might put this on Instagram this week, but in these comments or on Instagram, shoot me a DM at my personal page. If you need to or want to, drop your suggestions for like a group name, like a supporter name that y'all could be called, so that I have something to call y'all, because right now I just be saying y'all, and this is not a Dolly Parton concert. So that's one thing. We need to come up with like a team name. The second thing was I want to do something like to close the episode out where we could do a sort of, so like on late night, we do gym of the week. And each of us go around and we say, you know, what our positive thing of the week is, which is kind of like when I write my highlights out for the week. I want to do something, but I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. So if you have an idea of something that I could do, like if you want to know, I don't know, what my nails 9 times out of 10 will be different every week. So if you want to know, I don't know, like my nail polish shade, or if you want to do like, I don't know, nails of the week, something stupid. I don't know. But that's just an example. Something like that. If you have an idea that we could do, or I could do every episode to kind of wrap it up and close us out before I outro, that would be helpful, because I'm drawing a blank and I cannot think of anything. Yeah, and it just feels so weird when I like talk to y'all for, what is it, 41 minutes and 30 seconds. And then I'm just like, okay, bye. And I don't have anything, like, there's nothing to, you know, tie us together. I could do a quote of the week, or like an affirmation of the week. Boom. I didn't even need y'all. I didn't even need y'all help. I did it all by myself. So if you like that idea, either quote of the week or affirmation of the week, or we could do both. Like one week I'll do affirmation, one week I'll do a quote, whatever, however the mood strikes me, whatever sizzles in my spirit. Then I could do that. So if you like that idea, comment down below and say something. If you have a quote or an affirmation that you would like read, or like something that's your favorite quote, or something that gets you moving, or whatever the case, then you can send it to me on Instagram on the pod page, or my personal page, preferably the pod page. And then we could do that. I think that's super cute, and it very much goes into the feeling in the heart of the pod. That's great. Yeah, that was so nice. Good. So I actually have one in my head right now. We can start this week. I am going to share, and I'm going to share this one. This is one of my favorite quotes. I don't know where the first time I heard this. I want to say maybe my mom said it to me when I was in high school. I went through a lot of shit in high school. It was very rough. And I used to literally lay in my mom's arms in her bed crying profusely multiple times a week. And she would just either like play certain songs for me, or she would say quotes to me and give me affirmations and everything, just so that I could keep going. And one of the quotes that she said to me that stuck out to me the most, and I have one on the inside of my arm, that she said to me was, she believed she could, so she did. I don't know who that quote is by my mama. In my head, that quote by my mama. I don't remember where that came from or what the specific situation was, but I just remember her basically telling me, like, get up, you can push through this. And so she told me she believed she could, so she did. It is one of my favorite quotes. I keep it on my laptop. Like, it is a part of every vision board that I have. I say it to students. I say it to anybody that I feel needs to hear it. When I graduate college, it's going right in here. I'm saving this space for that quote. It is one of my favorite quotes. So we are going to close out. That was our first affirmation / quote of the show. She believed she could, so she did. That goes for you, whether you are, however you identify, whatever you believe you can do, you can do. Hence me sitting in this chair talking to y'all. Some of you who have found me through another show that I never thought I would either be on or would bring me to where I am right now. So I hope as you go through your week, my goal is to push this out tonight. It's only 7. So I'm going to work on this as soon as I end this, and I'm going to push this out tonight because it's late and y'all deserve it. But yeah, I am going to completely lost track because she opened the door up. I get no respect here. Yeah, so that has been another episode of episode 4, which means we are officially a month in. I'm going to be upset if I go back and I've only done 3 episodes, but I'm almost certain this is episode 4 of Girl, We Need to Talk. Thank you for listening and tuning in and watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow the pod on Instagram, do all the things. Have a great week. I'm sorry for coughing, but I love y'all.